Hey everybody, welcome to Medling World today. Yes, I mean, we've been all over the place. Disney, Universal, we've been doing resorts, going on a cruise soon, going to Brazil. But today we're back. Universal Studios, Florida. There's a lot to talk about. A lot has been announced. Halloween Horror Nights over the last couple days. Come on in, check it out. So guys, lots to update you today about Halloween Horror Nights 2025. I believe there's some props up for a couple of the scare zones. And honestly, just as we were getting ready to head out today here, actually got me and Jake today, Father-Son Day. There was an announcement of 2 shows officially announced through Halloween Horror Nights official site. And I believe there's a DJ that's going to be here also this year in front of Mel's. Lots to talk about, lots to see. Medling World's where it is. We continually update you on Halloween Horror Nights 2025. And of course, we'll be attending it several times. We're going to be bringing you along on all kinds of adventures here during this Halloween Horror Nights season. So guys, if you would, please help us grow our channel as we have recently reached 12,000 subscribers. Thank you to everybody. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends. Leave us comments. Let's go see what we can... Oh, I already see some props. Let's head right over. Wow, we were just here a couple days ago and none of this was here. Check it out. This is your first scare zone. This is all over in the Hollywood section of the park. Definitely looks like you'd be able to... Well, we'd be able to walk up there, but there'll be some actors up there. And let's get a little closer look. You can get right up to these too. I mean, they're not even far away at all. I mean, I'm walking right up. Look, there's no barricades, there's nothing. You can get right up to it. There's some stained glass, as we've been seeing that kind of from the beginning of the theming. Zoom in on that. That one looks like it's like a raven, maybe, Jake? Yeah. Some kind of a bird. Very cool. Some more detail here. I do like, that looks like a speaker. I think that would be a speaker behind there, I would assume. Now, guys, you cannot climb on here. As it says, do not climb. Do not go on there. It's possibly, you could get trespassed from the park for doing that, so please respect. We're going to show you all this. We're going to move our way through the park. This one we have, looks like either a really nasty cat or maybe a panther. And the idea is that's stained glass back there, guys. And kind of like, remember the theming this year is kind of like the origins of horror. They're kind of throwing back a little bit. Kind of using some of the old-fashioned horror or original type horror that began with it, like clowns, obviously Art the Clown, using a clown. We got Friday the 13th, Jason, things like that. You can remember clowns are been around for a long time in the kind of the field of horror, so to speak. Again, I like the way they blend those speakers in. All very similar, just with different themed, obviously fake stained glass. It may look like you could open and come in and out of that too. It almost looks like they're doors, maybe, because there is a line down the middle there. Let's see what it looks like actually in the back as we do some investigation. I'm so happy these are out today and that we can bring this to you guys. Oh, maybe not. I think it's just showing that it's stained glass. Oh, but the theming also does continue back here, so if you're walking on the sidewalk here, you'll be able to see that. Very neat. Let's keep walking. And I had mentioned in our last vlog that if you're not into the horror, if you were coming with your family, maybe you didn't want anything to do with Halloween Horror Nights, during the day, as you can see, this being up, it's not anything that would frighten anybody. They're able to leave it out here like this, and you can still just enjoy the park as is. What do we have here, Jake? That looks like maybe like a gargoyle or something, maybe? I like the floor of this one. Very neat. Some more speakers here out in the front. We give you an in-depth view, always on Medling World. On Medling World, you're always on the adventure. And you never know where that adventure is going to lead. That's what kind of separates us from other people, I guess you could say, in vlogging. We come in with one idea, but we always just expand on it. And we're very immersive in our vlogs. Got a light post there, too. Or that might actually just be carrying some of those wires across. As you can see there. Goes over to the building, some of those wires. All right, let's continue on. Did want to just have a peek in here in case you first time watching. We usually pop in here. Of course, Art the Clown from Terrifier, one of the sickest, nastiest, just diabolically, psychologically insane character. I mean, he is just gruesomely nuts. And he's like a mime clown. He makes no noise, but boy, does he kill, man. In ways that are just like unbelievably nasty, man, is the best way I can say. I don't see any other new merch in here, though.
Sorry.
That's all. Yeah, this merch has pretty much been around for a while. So yeah, your Halloween Horror Night merch. Still pretty much the same as it's been, but we like to update. All right, let's continue on. There's much more to show you guys. We're going to show you everything that's out today. Because the thing that happens when you get this close to this event, honestly, by the time you're watching this, literally, it could be hours later, a day later, 2 days later, there's going to be more. But we're going to come back. We're going to continue to show it. That's why we really appreciate everybody who has subscribed. And once again, just take that moment and subscribe to Medling World. It's totally free, and our channel is for everybody. Doesn't matter if you're young like Jake, or if you're old as me, 50 years old, or if maybe as old as my grandfather. It doesn't matter. We're a channel for everybody. This one is a little bit nicer. This might be the VIP stage here, Jake.
It's like a bat or like a dragon.
Jake, you think this one looks a little bit like a dragon?
Yeah, I'd say so. Or a bat.
Or a bat. I like this one. It's a little bit different than the others, right?
Mm-hmm. Because it actually has like a fence.
Yeah, it's got like this railing.
Different. And the color's different too.
Yeah, it is. It's got a different floor. The speakers are also covered with something a little different. If those are even our speakers, maybe they're electrical boxes. Because now that I look at it, out front looks like there's speakers.
Yeah, it looks like the speakers are at the front.
Yeah. Let's have a look there. Jake's saying he kind of thinks it looks like a bat. Yes, I do. I see the bat eyes. Let me. Or a dragon. Let's zoom in a little bit on those eyeballs. Very interesting. I do like the stained glass type theming. That one's got a lot of brick. Wow. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Oh, Roberta's not with us today, so I don't think we'll go in there today. This is if you watch us, this is where we get all our discounted merch. It's still open for now. If you're a pass holder or a team member, right now, everything at least 60% off in there. Matter of fact, the shirt I'm wearing, I got. Just a little post here. Not quite sure what that'll be. But we did have an official announcement here over at Mel's Drive-In that will probably be again Mel's Die-In, where we're going to have some DJ action, maybe some dancers, things like that over here. I saw some of the concept of it. I think they actually, somebody might have leaked a rehearsal from it. That I did not see. But they do use this during the day for different shows. They have like a Marilyn Monroe show over here and things like that. So this will be easy to convert over into Halloween Horror Nights. But there is another area we got to go down. Through Central Park, there is another scare zone, I believe, with some more theming to check out. Let's go. You know, honestly, before we go down through Central Park, here on the road anyway, I want to cut in here because this was just announced today, right before the recording of this video. A nighttime show here on the water. Let's head in here, Central Park, and let's talk about it. This is so new. I usually, if you watch the channel, I'm pretty much an ad-libber. I pretty much just come in and I talk about, from the knowledge off the top of my head, everything going on with different experiences and things. I have a lot of knowledge of the parks. But today, this is so new. I'm just gonna read to you what this is. Actually, I'm gonna ask Jake if he minds reading it, because I don't have my readers today, Jake. Do you mind?
Yeah.
You can talk right into the mic.
Show announcement, Hauntophonic, a ghoulish journey. A ghost story is rising from its watery grave to haunt the Universal Studios Lagoon, featuring towering water screens and eerie music.
Very cool, and that'll be right behind me. Let me turn around so you guys can see. And Jake, thank you very much for that. We appreciate your help. Let's give Jake a thumbs up. As you've noticed, Jake has been incorporating more and more into some of the technical parts of our vlogging. Not just food reviews. He's been doing some POVs down water slides. He's been doing a little bit of camera work. So he's expanding on his vlogging capabilities, which we appreciate on Medling World. Let's show you what's going to happen right over here. So this is where this show will be that Jake just described. Sounds like a ghost adventure rising from the waters here, Jake?
Yeah.
So if you're familiar with the nighttime show now, where they have, they put the water effects up, they put projections onto the water, and then I don't think this one will include drones or fireworks or anything, but it will be here. Who knows? Maybe it will. I did not read that from what Jake said, but this water will start to spray, as you can see, and there'll be different elements to make a show here. That's going to be exciting. And what I like about it is when they have shows, and we're going to talk because there was another show announced today. We'll talk about that in a minute once we get through this scare zone that we're going to show you here through Central Park out here. It helps disperse crowds, right? It helps take some of the people out of the queues that are going into the houses. Now, listen, I don't know if it's going to make a significant difference. The houses, let's be honest, the houses are that main attraction, but this will help. During this show, maybe some of the other houses, some of those queue lines come down if you don't have the lightning lane. Oh, wait, I'm not at Disney, Jake. Express Pass, it may help alleviate some of those wait times for the houses during some of these different shows. But this one we definitely know is going to be a scare zone. Let's go through it. So let's take a walk through this scare zone, the official scare zone of the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. And we know that because why? Right there. You can see a couple cats there. It's got the number 9, and I'm thinking that refers to 9 lives. Cats have 9 lives. So you can see kind of like a brick pillar with the light on top, both sides. It does look like there's something that maybe that's covered so people don't get scratched. Maybe they're gonna hang something off that. Possibly a gate. I'm not sure what that's about. But as we make our way through, we have another one here. Now listen, the scare zones are much different than the houses, and that's something that I wanted to talk about. Houses are more, you know, I'll spin it around and talk about it. So if you've never been to this event before, let's kind of get out of the way. As somebody said me out, because that's where we are. What happens in the scare zones is you're gonna walk through these as you're going around the park. Now, it's a different experience than the houses. In the houses, you know, you wait in a queue and you're gonna go through and you're gonna have an experience through the theming of that one house. Here, it's just kind of more open. You walk through, there's be people kind of walking in the streets that are scare actors. They kind of scare you, but it's not that bad. Like if you get a little bit skittish and stuff, they can't touch you, they can't do anything like that. So that's the difference. These are a little bit more tamed down than the houses. Now, but that all depends on your level of fear. So let's see here. So I said, this looks like that's a foundation on the bottom, maybe part of a chimney. All right, we're gonna just walk through this whole scare zone. Obviously, there'll be more added to this as we get closer and closer. Another one of those, trying to think how that could be incorporated into the cat lady. Another one there. I'm not seeing much more than that yet. Let's head down the end here and see what else. So as we coming out and walking through, this is definitely no. Check this out. I want to. Can we walk through there?
I don't think so.
We are in the process of transforming our park. I'm going to respect it and not walk through it, but I can tell you right now, with these little burlap screens there, there'll be probably scare actors in there that pop up maybe. It smells good though, by the way. It's all fresh, smells like fresh wood. Look out here, Jake. We have, oh wait a minute. Take a look at that stained glass. There's ears. It almost looks like a cat. Can you see that? And there is light behind there, so that will reflect up and shine. That's pretty neat. Yeah, as you can see them, they all look like cats. And then you can see up here, it looks like there's been some damage, like everything's boarded up, so it's like a cat lady, you know, the stereotypical cat lady with her cats. And it looks like they're in all this like boarded up old shack area, and she's keeping all her cats. Take a walk all the way around. Speaker up there, it looks like. I like how they have the trees in the middle, and remember, you know, why are the trees in the middle? Cats climb trees. I mean, it's just simple things that theming, you know, the theming can get deep, and they can incorporate the park in the theming of this, which is pretty neat. Let's see if we can look in here a little bit. Now, guys, I am not, like, in it. I'm just looking. That looks like somebody with, there's like a little stool in there. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe. It looks like somebody could stand on there. So, I don't see stained glass in the front of these ones as I'm walking through. So, those ones would have probably the scare actors. They would enter in here and maybe scream and yell. I don't know if they what it's going to be about. And then, of course, this has been here for a while, this stage area. Pretty neat. But, of course, there's one more show that had just been announced today. Let's walk over that way. And if we notice anything new on the way over, we'll let you know. But I do want to go over and show you what else was announced just a couple hours ago at the recording of this video. This is where the show here for Halloween Horror Nights, another show, same venue as last year. We'll let Jake talk about this one. Go ahead, Jake, as we look at the venue here.
Show announcement, Nightmare Fuel, Circus of Decay. This once vibrant circus has festered into an unending nightmare. It's a sinister spectacle of pyro, aerialists, and illusions.
Very cool. And what's the name of it again, Jake?
Circus of Decay.
Nice. So that'll be back here, guys. And as you can see, there'll be different times posted for the show. You'll be able to enter in right back here. And you know what? We've never been to the show, but now that Jake and I actually ended up, we got like, what is it? It's like the first 19 or 20 events. The ticket, it's like the frequent ticket, I think it's called, but it's the one that it was like, I think it's 18 different events, and you can go to any of them. And then we have the option to upgrade that if we want to continue. And of course, Roberta, she has several free tickets to go. So we're going to enjoy a lot of Halloween Horror Nights this year, and we're going to bring you a lot of action from it, including the first night, which would be Jake's birthday. We'll be celebrating that at Halloween Horror Nights, and then we'll be getting on a cruise on September 1st. Then we'll be heading to Brazil in October. We have a lot of fun things coming up on the channel. We're going to continue to walk through, though, just to see if anything else has popped up. But so far, those have been big changes just since the last few days we've been here. So here, guys, nothing new here, really. Same as it was a few days ago. Not much to report here. Can't wait till we start seeing some action over here. I love bringing this to you guys, I really do. It's very exciting. We're still waiting for Five Nights at Freddy's to see what's going to happen with that. We talked about that on our last vlog. Thinking maybe the arcade, possibly, because it's all kind of closed off. I don't know. We'll find out as time comes, because the closer we get, we still have 2 more houses to be announced. Who knows? Maybe they announce them by the time you're watching this video. It could be. All right, let's continue. Here's another good view of where that show will take place here at the lagoon here, the water show. So you can see, you'll be able to kind of line up. I would imagine you'll be on that side looking towards this way. We'll see. We'll be checking it out, especially Jake and I with that multi-day pass. Pretty much, I think it runs from the first night right up until like the 21st or 22nd of September. So I think it was like 18 dates that we could come. We will be on a cruise during part of that, but that's fine. Still worth it. If you come twice, you already had paid for what the purchase price was. So as long as we go 2 times, which I know we're going to go more than that. But yeah, so I would think you'd probably line up all along there and watch it. I'm interested, though, as I was saying, to see if that has any effect on, you know, queue times during that performance, during that show. Let's take a walk around, because I know at some point they're going to start doing the theming for the food. Food booths are right around the corner. I just feel like that's going to be coming very quickly. Let's cut, though, through New York just to have a look, because this stuff now, I mean, like I said, driving here, they're coming up, breaking news. I mean, it's happening quickly now. Just kind of walking by Mummy. Looks like it's some kind of an extended delay, possibly. Which these things happen. I talk about that a lot. You know, when you go to parks, you know, people want everything to just... I get it. You know, you want to come to the park and you just want to experience everything, but things don't always work out that way. Things break. Things get delayed. Weather does have an impact, so always keep that in mind. Oh, I'm going to go in there and go to Mummy. Look, you know, sometimes it's out of the control of the team members, and they got to get techs in there, and they got to get it working again. But weather is a big factor, and it's basically lightning. Always remember that. I know people talk a lot about Epic, and I can tell you because my wife works there. Rain is not really the issue, unless, I mean, if it's a torrential rain. But if it's raining and there's no lightning, the rides will continue. Stardust Racer goes through the rain. It's lightning. And I believe, off the top of my head, it's within 5 miles. If there's a strike within 5 miles, it gets shuts down. A lot of the rides at Epic, and that's been happening a lot because there's a lot of outdoor rides there. So is that part of maybe things they should have thought of? I do. I think so. There's a lot of outdoor queues there. And it does impact a lot of roller coasters that are, you know, outside. So weather can impact certain things. We talked about this in other vlogs. Just wanted to, you know, always keep that in mind. So that's your update, guys. And again, we will keep you updated all the way. Let me let this cart go by. We'll talk over here by Today Calf as we get ready to exit the park, Jake and I. We will continue to update everything HNN, and of course anything going on here at the park, Universal Studios Florida, Islands, whatever it is, we're going to keep you updated. That's what we do on Medling World. We also bring you adventures. We have a couple more resorts to do. We've done every single Universal resort. We have 2 left, Stella Nova and Helios. So if you're interested in learning about any of the resorts here, check out those vlogs. And I want to thank everybody for choosing to watch Medling World today. I hope you enjoyed your walkthrough. your updates. And last but not least, Jake, see ya!